Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Spy Family Season 3 episode number 10 reaction. Alright, the previous episode, we had the whole Red Circus incident has been wrapped up, and the parents and everyone, the relatives, they came to pick up the children. Yor came in. Yor was very concerned, and we had Melinda also come in, and we could see Melinda was pretty concerned about Damien. But a very interesting fact about Melinda, we got to see, which was that there's part of her which is very concerned about Damien, and then when her husband's name was brought up, immediately another part appeared which absolutely hated Damien. So Anya was reading her mind, and she was seeing how at the same time in her head there were two types of personalities, like one which hated Damien and one which loved Damien at the same time. Now that is very peculiar, obviously, because I don't think this is how like it goes. You shouldn't have this much of a like thoughts of this much of a spectrum difference. Like, one is at the each end of the spectrum. Either you hate someone, or or there's you like someone, and you cannot have both of that at the same time about the same person. And it's too extreme, in my opinion. So something's going on. We don't have enough information about Melinda, but it has definitely something to do with her husband. So I guess little by little we'll get to know more about it. Either way, that was that. And then we had the little section at the end where next day Anya and Damien, they were everyone was very like because they were literally heroes. They stood up for all of them, and kind of saved a lot of the children by with their bravery. So yeah, everyone's very much you know kind of happy about that, and all that stuff was happening at the end, slice of life stuff. Anyways, let's see what happens at the in this episode. Let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Think it whichever is a preference. Let's begin. Okay, here's the countdown. Three, two, one, go. Austin's troubles. Who's Austin? No, damn. Nightmare. Oh, this is the teacher. The PTSD is kicking in. Yeah, this is Austin. Bruh. Yeah, it's bothering him. Well, that's pretty normal after. Yeah, he was dazed, and he was he went through a lot. Oh my god, yeah. That is good. Wait, can Lloyd even like this is a whole front, right? So is can he actually diagnose him properly? Right. Yeah. And yeah, and he got directly attacked. That's another thing. Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, damn. Okay. What is this? Oh, Lord. Hmm. Oh, that's true. He might be able to get information about Donovan. Oh, not now. Now he's suffering from PTSD, but later. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, damn. Oh, yeah. His hands are shaking. Hmm. Oh, it is PTSD, right? I don't think he's gonna get fired. Like, yeah. Okay. Hmm. Wait, what? He was lying? Wait, what part is he lying? Is he lying about his symptoms? Oh my god. Okay. Oh. So he isn't having any conversation. Well, it's psychological, so probably not. Wait, did he not say that he was in this incident to his wife? Yeah, what? Well, oh, even before this. Oh, whoa. Wait, then why did he come now to. Oh, because he's like, oh, this is. He's convincing himself that this is because of the bus jacking. Hmm. Damn, so this is like a problem from even before that. Damn. Right. What? What is going on? All right, you know what? Just wow. Yeah, this is crazy. Yo. Oh Lord, this is something. I don't know, man. I think you should talk to her properly. It'll be funny if Lloyd already informed her and she's somewhere here, like listening to the conversation. Oh Lord. Yeah. Oh my God. Getting close. Probably not. Alright, you are doing too much. That. Yeah. What? Lose my ability to speak because. What? Right. Yeah. Use a picture first. Just have a picture, stare at that, train yourself to overcome it like that. All right. Damn. Wow. Yeah. All right. You stay back. Right. Okay. Bro, this is crazy. A normal mixer. Yeah. All right. Hmm. Well, yeah, but she got friendly with Melinda. That. Hmm. Right. Hmm. All right. Actually, sorta. Right. Mm, yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Right. Well, right. Yeah, that's oh, what? Oh no. Oh my. You know what? She's not wrong technically, but at the same time she's wrong. Well, this is technically the beginning for them. Damn. Right. She's wrong. All right. Oh God. Yeah. Well. Damn. Oh wow. That's not normal. Right. Oi, what the hell? All right. Wait, was oi? What in the? Yeah, did she go home or something? All right. She came to ask for permission. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, she was thinking all of that in her head. Oh Lord. Oh God. Oh my God. Yeah. Wow. Hmm. Oh no. That 1 meter again? Yeah. And the second one. Oh no. Oh. Right. Wow. All right. Well, that was something. Okay. Ooh, what? All right. Wow. Hmm. Wow. 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 Damn. Yeah, she has no idea what she. Damn, that's good. Yeah, I don't think she's that concerned about going to, like. Okay. Right, and there you go. That was today's episode. Episode number 10. Yeah. All right. So today we had the teacher. What was his name? Austin, right? Him thinking that he has PTSD, but it wasn't technically that. He was just scared of his wife. And then we had this section after that with, you're going drunk, and that part. So let's talk about the first part. So the first part, obviously, at the beginning, I also thought that, yeah, he's talking about PTSD, like, he was actually having trouble sleeping because of, like, now here's the thing. I feel like it is part of, like, maybe like a little bit of the problem. Like, surely, like, after going through all of that, like, he was definitely um suffering a little bit from the trauma. As we saw, he actually, like, got up from the sleep. He was, like, dreaming something, he couldn't remember it. But the problem here wasn't that. The problem here was that he wasn't scared of the fact that he was having these type of trauma, like, episodes. Like, he was, you know like, seeing dreams and everything. He was scared about the fact that what would his wife say about that. That was the main source of the problem, and that was what it was bothering him so much, that his hands were shaking and everything. See, he had this trouble from the very beginning. He just thought that, and obviously he was ashamed to kind of admit that to himself as well, let alone a third person or a psychiatrist. So he convinced himself that, oh yeah, it's the it's the bus jacking. He convinced himself that, and that's why, to make sure that he is convincing himself, he went to a psychiatrist. Because, just think about it, he never, like, he suffered from all of this before as well. He never went to a psychiatrist back then. So why suddenly did he go? Because he was trying to convince himself that, oh yeah, it's the bus jacking, nothing else, no trouble. So so for that, he went to, like, a psychiatrist, and he was, like, convincing himself that it was, like, the trauma from that was bothering me. So yeah, I should go to a psychiatrist and, like, let this, and tell, like, the doctor what is going on, and, he'll fix me. All of those things, he was, like, kind of trying to convince himself, like, yeah, that is the problem, not this. Yeah, but in the end, Lloyd kind of realized what was going on, and and he gave him the solution. And yeah, I genuinely thought he was suffering from PTSD. It did kind of bother me that even when he was kind of, like, just, like, he kind of woke up from the dream and he was having the nightmare and everything, his wife acted in such a nonchalant way. Like, he was like, oh, like, what the hell, go to sleep. And I'm like, bro, what? Like, that's, like, your husband literally almost died, and he came back. Like, a little bit of concern and a little bit of, but yeah, I was kind of taken aback by that. But then, like, we get to see what the hell is going on actually. um you could say he's also at a fault, because, as he says later on, like, this is not just a sudden thing. He has been doing stuff now and then from a very long amount of time, which has been pissing her off. So little by little, she became like this. So, like, we've seen, like, he's, like, eats pudding without eats his wife's stuff without telling her, doesn't remember anything. I think comes late from work, and, like, so many things. I think they mentioned it later. So I guess little by little, yeah, she got pissed off extremely, and now, just, like, being at the same space as him makes her pissed off, probably, and thinking, like, oh, my husband is up to his nonsense again. So that's what happened. Either way, in the end, he talks to Lloyd about it, and Lloyd is like, just talk to her, like, everything like starts and ends with communication. So if the communication is not going on well, you cannot do anything. So first, don't be scared, like talk to her properly, and try to understand what is going on, why is she angry, what's happening, and try to fix those things, like. So there you go. Yeah, so at the end of the day, he was able to kind of do it like Lloyd said. As he said at the end, he was like, yeah, I'm actually talking to her now, and it's getting a lot better. But yeah, so that's pretty funny when Lloyd was like, that part was pretty funny when Lloyd was like, oh, it's not the bus jacking incident, it's something else. Like I'm convinced about that, and I'm like, what something else? Is this like some other problem that he has had from even before, or like what's going on? Is he hiding something? Is he hiding his symptoms? No, it's just, yeah, as we saw what it was. So there you go. That's crazy. So basically, he almost gets he almost gets shot. Like, yeah, like in the bus, he was dazed. Like he was dazed. He was like he was like tied up, and he was like left on the floor of the bus for so long. long. After all of that, he comes back home, and what he worries about is not the fact that, oh, I went through all of this, I could have died, like thank God I'm alive. He doesn't worry about that, but he worries about the fact that, oh no, what's my wife going to say about this? That's what he's worried about after coming back home. Oh Lord. But anyways, yeah. So there you go. That was the first section. Second section, we get to see Yor trying to, again, trying to be normal. Like she was like thinking like, oh, you know what, nowadays I'm actually able to talk to my friends, to no, not friends but colleagues, I guess you could say, properly. And like I used to, back then I used to think a lot about like, oh, what will happen if my identity gets exposed and everything. And now there's even more things to keep in mind, but I'm actually conversing normally with everyone. And I guess I think it's probably because of, a little bit of it is probably because of Melinda and becoming friends with Melinda's group, because like he, by interacting with them, she is learning how to be, like friendly with other people, like normally. Not continuously thinking like, oh, what if my identity gets exposed, not continuously fussing about that. And that's why here as well, she's interacting properly now, you now here Yor gets drunk later on when she goes uh, to the goes to have dinner with her friends. And yeah, she we know what happens when she gets drunk, and that's why she overthinks stuff. A lot of the situations, which was it's very normal at home, she is like overthinking it, and you could see her friends were kind of teasing her about it. So being drunk, already being paranoid about these type of things, Yuri's always paranoid, and on top of that, her friends teasing made her extremely paranoid about whether she's normal or not. And she like starts fussing about like, oh no, like what I do is not normal, now what? And she makes up a whole ass scenario in her head to go and ask for permission from the that guy there, the master. Well, I don't know what she calls him. uh, she asks, in her head she makes up a scenario about asking him to get permission to go and kill Lloyd, because apparently, yeah, it was like crazy mental gymnastics. She makes up a whole ass scenario in her head, and in her head, playing that scenario, she comes to the conclusion that she shouldn't do it. So yeah, and at the end of the day, like you can see, like, okay, so now here's the thing: these three colleagues, we saw them before. They are a peculiar type of characters. Like, like at the very beginning of Spy Family, you could see how they are kind of a little bit mean spirited, you could say. Like, like a little bit, like not good type of like people. But at the same time, I guess now that they're getting more warmed up to Yor, they are a lot more accepting of her. And like, yeah, it's something like that. It's basically like you cannot really call them bad people, but at the same time they're not, they're neither like good guys as well. They're just, like I said, they're kind of mean spirited, but at the same time, I guess when they have become friends, now that they're becoming more and more friends, they are a lot more like chiller with Yor. So that kind of thing. So yeah, now they're a lot more, I guess you could say, tolerable, because my god, the first few episodes of Spy Family, what we saw of these three characters were absolutely insane. How, like they like demeaned Yor, and like a lot of other things happened as we saw. But yeah, I guess now they're kind of okay. Like, now that they're getting to know Yor properly, personally, and all these things. Either way, yeah, so Yor goes home drunk completely, and then you know like, yeah, like things kind of go crazy. Lloyd was absolutely uh like, Lloyd was like, oh, what, like finally, like she's actually going and having making friends with her coworkers. But yeah, like, at the same time, her coworkers like teased her so much, and the fact that she was drunk made her think of so many scenarios in her head about what makes it normal, and what is, like, whether she is a normal person or not. At least she's, or is she like adapting properly as a mother and a wife. Yeah, so there you go. That's what happened here. Um, I genuinely thought that section was real. I thought that section where she actually went and was asking the that guy about permission. I thought that part was real. I was thinking like, oh, like, like that part was real. But then I realized none of that was real. Like she she was standing in front of the diner's door, thinking about all of that in her head. So either way, that was a very funny section. Like Lloyd, and oh my god, I have to say, props to the voice actress. Absolutely nailed the drunk part. Like, I'm assuming like, keeping up that way of drunk speech is extremely difficult. Being sober yourself, I'm pretty sure the when the voice actress was recording these lines, she was definitely sober. but, but yeah, that was great. Yeah, wait, I knew her voice actress. Oh god, she's like, wait a minute. Tari Hayami. Yep, yeah. I forgot her name for a moment. Yeah. So Sari Hayami is very talented. Like, she has so many like roles that she absolutely nails. And yeah, but that section was really well done. There was a good chunk of today's episode where Yor was talking in a weird drunken way, like she was like talking like a baby. Really well voice acted. Absolutely loved that part. Um, right, but anyways, yeah. And then we had the part at the very end where we had the whole moon launching, that part where, like this Damien's, one of the friends of Damien's, was very happy about it, and he was excited because Anya was also someone who showed interest in that, and Damien got jealous of that. That was pretty funny as well. Uh, but yeah, there you go. And yeah, that was episode number 10 of Spy Family season 3. Great episode. Let's see what happens next, and where this goes. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed, comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And that is it, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.